And if you had your own sneaker, what would you call it?
Oh, the tux. The tux.
We love that. And you said in a previous interview that you were, quote, really picky about the projects that you work on. What is it about this film that you felt you had to be a part of it?
Well, I think it came together as kismet. I think it is God sent because, I know Howard and thank God he's still here. Howard had a heart transplant. He could have not even been here. So I probably wouldn't have did the role because I wouldn't have found the inspiration and the stuff to put in the movie. So I think it was meant to be, and he really helped out with all the information, to embody, because his character wasn't in the script. So I had to get all this information, write my part in, where they wanted it to be, to make sense with the script and the movie, and there we are.
It all came together. This film is very much about knowing your worth. Have you ever had an experience in real life where you had to advocate for yourself and your value, and how did you navigate that?
Yeah, second Rush Hour, I asked for $20 million because I felt like, if Tom Cruise movie made 100 and my movie made over 100 million, the first one, Rush Hour, and I said, the second one, I said, well, give me 20 million, Tom Cruise getting 20 million, his movie made 100, my movie made 100 million, and I got it because I was, I guess crazy enough to ask for it, or I believe my worth was that much, and I was one of the first people who got $20 million movie, a movie, because I asked for it.
That's amazing. The power of advocating for yourself. So Ben Affleck mentioned in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter that he wanted you to have a writing credit on this film, and that you gave him monologues and scenes, and it was very organic. Can you tell us a little bit more about that experience?
Yeah, it was really, it was, I was fortunate enough, like I said, with Howard, being somebody I can go to and talk with for hours and hours, and he put me on the phone with all these people, that I really had to create that role because it wasn't there. And that's what he said at top. Ben said, hey, I know it's little, but we could fix it. We could write whatever you want to write and all this stuff. And I really took that to heart and went to Howard and said, hey, man, there's nothing here. Can you help me on this scene and on this scene? What would have happened? What happened this day and this, that. So Howard was really helpful with that, and also to just with the script and what was going on in Nike at that time, that period of time. It all, I had to try to put Howard's backstory. He has a movie coming out, by the way. It's gonna be his, about his life that we're working on. Hopefully we can get that going soon. But I wanted to get as much as I could about who Howard is and was to Nike, his spirit and everything in the script and dialogue, and a little bit of what Ben wrote too, and put that all together. So it was a lot of fun, a lot of hard work. I think it was one of the hardest roles I ever had, because with the rush hours of Fridays, I can kind of, I made all that up, so it was just, whatever I made up, it worked. But this one is more of a real person, so I tried to be as close as I could to Howard and what was going on, what happened in that time. So yeah, it was a lot of hard work, but it paid off.
And I was just laughing out loud hysterically at so many of your scenes in the film. You mentioned that you didn't improv as much as maybe you did on Rush Hour and Friday, because this is a real person, Howard White. But can you tell us a little bit about that humor and how you came up with some of that comedic timing?
Oh yeah, I actually did, because that's what Ben wanted. He wanted that first scene to be fun, two guys palling around in the movie at the beginning. So that was a lot of improvisation, but a lot of information that I got, from Howard and stuff, which was great because I had to put it all together with the script, with the story, and the other scenes was more, yes, I had to put the dialogue together, kind of stick with it, but I always had that freedom to go wherever I wanted to go, but tell that, but make sure I get across what needed to be across in that scene at the time. But yeah, I had a lot of freedom to improv a lot, so it was good.
And then lastly, Chris, what's next for you? What are you working on right now?
I'm constantly working on my stand-up comedy, so going back out on the road, doing some tour dates, and maybe do another stand-up movie, more movies, looking for more roles, and developing, producing a lot more movies. So I'm excited about that.